Hi everyone, I'm Miss Laura. Welcome to BrainBites. Today's class is all about the top 10 things your child needs to know to succeed in kindergarten. This is the academic version. Number 10, spell their name. Make sure your child can spell his or her first name. You can set it to music. For example, my son is Benji. He says B-E-N-J-I, 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 and Benji is my name. Or you can do sign language. You could do B-E-N-J-I. Do big body movements to show that every sound in that name has a letter that goes with it. Number 10, make sure they can at least verbally say the letters of their name. They don't have to write it yet, but let them practice spelling it before they go to school. Okay, number 9 is count to 10. Now, you have 10 fingers and 10 toes. Practice counting them. Count the stairs going upstairs or downstairs. Count the number of trees in the neighborhood or cars going by, but make sure they have practice counting one number for one thing. We call that one-to-one correspondence, so that they're not touching the same thing going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 1, 2, 3, and so on. Make sure your child practices counting to 10. Okay, number 8 of the top 10 things your child needs to know academically before they go to kindergarten. Number 8 is know basic shapes and colors. And by basic shapes, I mean circle, square, triangle, heart, diamond, oval. If you can get as far as octagon and hexagon, that's awesome. But the basic shapes are the things that they should know. Rectangle and square can get a little funny, but see if you can establish that before they go to kindergarten. Now, as far as basic colors, colors of the rainbow. Are they all going to know things like maroon and magenta? No. But if you can say it's kind of like a red, it's reddish, it's kind of blue, it's bluish, or maybe even light blue as opposed to dark blue. That would be an amazing thing for a child to know as they go into kindergarten. Okay, here comes number 7. Number 7 relates to number 8. It is how to sort by shape and color. Now that they know their shapes and their colors, now they can start putting them into categories. So if you have a lot of orange things, let's make a match. What else can you find that's orange? Or what? Do you see any squares in the room? Oh, look, I see a square. The window is a square. Do you see any other squares around? Do you see any circles? Do you have circles on your clothes? Where in a car might we see a circle? Oh, the wheels are circles. Very good. All right. So once we start identifying all those shapes and colors, we can start categorizing, and the children can start saying, I know where I can see some circles and I know where to look to find them. All circles may go together. This is great if you have them help you with laundry. Let's put all the same colored clothes together. We're going to put all the whites in that basket right there. Let's do whites. And suddenly you have someone doing laundry for you. You're welcome. Okay, number 6 is a little tricky. Don't be scared. It's a lot easier than it looks. Number 6 is some concepts of time. Now, I'm not saying put a clock in front of your child, an analog clock, and try to figure out what time it is. I'm talking about the more abstract concepts of time. We're going to go to the store later. Not right now. Now is what we're doing right now, right here. We're going to go to the store later. And before. Remember when we went to Grandma's house? Before we went to the store? Remember that? Also, you want to make sure that they understand concepts of yesterday. Oh, you fell down yesterday. Yesterday, that already happened. And tomorrow is your little friend's birthday. Tomorrow, not today. We didn't already do it. It wasn't yesterday. It's tomorrow. One more sleep away from right now is tomorrow, so that they can get a concept of we need to wait. Some things are already done, and those things we wait for, they will also be done once we get past them. So we have yesterday, right now, tomorrow. It hasn't happened yet. These are these abstract concepts of time. Forget the clock for now. Right now, they just have to understand it's time to start something. We're going to start dinner, and then we're going to finish dinner. And after dinner, we're going for a walk. Are we going for a walk before dinner? No, we're going to go for a walk after dinner is done. This will be very helpful in the classroom once they understand that there is a routine and it goes in a certain order. You got it. You can do this. Okay, friends, we're up to number 5. We're halfway through the countdown of the top 10 things that your child needs to know if they're going to be successful in kindergarten. And if you send them to school with all these skills, chances are they're going to have a lot less to learn. They can focus on things that they really need to learn once they're in school. So number 5, it seems like a little thing, but it's kind of a big thing. Number 5 is how to hold a pencil. By this time, you should probably notice whether your child is a lefty or a righty, and you want to really encourage holding the pencil in the right grip. Okay, we're holding it like with the 3 fingers. You only need the 3 fingers to hold a pencil, pen, crayon. We don't want to start off like this. This is very hard to correct. Also, is when your child's holding it like this, that takes a lot more fine motor skills to write and to write easily. Their hand's going to fatigue out by the end of the day. So we really want to have the most efficient writing grip, and that's just like this. We want to be able to encourage this without having to use one of those little pencil grippy things that become a distraction eventually. So holding a pencil the correct way will save your child a whole lot of frustration and the teacher's frustration and help them form their letters correctly when it's time to start writing letters on their papers in school. Okay, moms, dads, friends, number 4 is to recognize some of the letters of their name. This is an important thing to know because this is one of the first things that children identify with is their name. Now, number 10 that we've already gone over was to spell their name verbally. B-E-N-J-I is my son's name. He knows how to say it. Does he know all the letters? No. Is he going to kindergarten? Pretty soon. However, he does know that the first letter, the letter B, is his letter. So he identifies with it. When he sees it out in the stores or he sees Burger King, he's like, B, that's my letter. And that's a very important thing for children to do, is recognize at least some of the letters in their name. That way, in the curriculum, when the letter N or J comes up, Benji's going to know. He's going to say, hey, I have that in my name, Benji. And he'll start connecting the sounds with the letters. And that's awesome. And that's one of the hardest things for teachers to get into little kids' heads, is the connection between the symbol and the sound. They'll get there, I promise. They don't have to know all their ABCs, but if they could recognize some of the letters of their name in the environment, they're going to be way ahead of their peers. Number 3, you can practice all day long at home. Number 3 is they need to know how to follow a 2-step command. Here's an example. Please go get your shoes and bring them to me. There's 2 things they need to remember. One is to go get their shoes, and if they can do a 2-step command, they'll remember to bring them to you. Here's another one. Please go find my glasses and put them on the kitchen table. If they can do that, they're going on a mission, finding something and doing something with it and putting it where you told them to. This way, when they are in a structured classroom, they will be able to get their pencil boxes and come meet me on the rug. Or, please get a drink and go line up. If they just go line up and then they say, I didn't get my drink. Oh, well, there was 2 steps to that problem. The first was to go get your drink and then go line up. They need to be able to hold 1 step in their head while they go do the second step in order to complete the command. That way, when it's time to please put your name on the paper and put your pencil down, they don't sit there with a blank look on their face going, I don't know what to do. I put my pencil down. Okay? This is a very important thing for kids to learn. 2-step commands. Practice it. Please put on your hat and go stand by the door. Easy. We can try that one all day long. Good luck with that one. Okay, number 2, again, is really, really important. I know they're all very important, but number 2 is how to repeat after me. You want to be able to give your child difficult words. They don't have to know what they mean because we're not too worried about word meaning at this point while we're practicing how to repeat after me. If you give a directive, please go get some juice. What did I just say? And have them repeat it back after you. If they're having trouble with the entire sentence, break it down. Please go get some juice. Good. So you want to be able to break it down so that they can hear each part. So when I say, please say metamorphosis. 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 So that they're actually paying attention to the sounds. Listening and hearing the different sounds that you say is going to be vital as they learn to read. The sounds and repetition can be extremely annoying when they're repeating you and you don't want them to repeat you. However, repetition is part of child's play and verbal manipulation. They need to be able to hear and repeat the same way you did. And this is also a good time to figure out if they have a speech impediment that may need to be addressed by a specialist once they go to school. So if you're saying, please say the word sun, and they are saying thun, that's going to get them confused when they're learning how to make the s sound with the letter and with the th sound with the T and the H. We want to clarify those before they learn to read. Otherwise, it makes reading and learning to read a lot more difficult. How to repeat after me. I say you say I say bzz, you say bzz. The same way you do. It's very important because it'll lead us to number 1. Okay, you've made it to number 1. If you've made it this far and you've watched this long, thank you so much. This is going to be awesome. Please subscribe. That way we can keep making these videos and you can keep getting all this good stuff that you can use with your kids so that they can succeed. Now, in my past, I was a reading teacher and I used to try to figure out all the time what is the difference between the kids that learn to read easily and the kids that just can't seem to get it even by 3rd or 4th grade. One of the biggest things, now this whole top 10 list is all my opinion. It is not research based. It is only my own personal research that I've done. And this is the key difference between kids who learn to read easily and those who do not. The ones who are unable to rhyme, number 1, how to rhyme, have a much greater difficulty learning to read. It's part of the auditory processing process. We need to be able to instill in them the sounds of rhyme, words that sound similar, not the same. So if we can identify the word bait and gate, they have a different beginning sound, but they have the same ending sound. It doesn't have to be spelled the same. It just needs to sound with the same ending. Not close, not bait and gain, but bait and gate. Set and bet. Let. What else can you think, kids, that rhymes with let and set and bet? Zet? Oh, sure, it does rhyme. It's not a real word, but that's okay. That's okay. Fet. Get. Met. Let. Met. Go through the alphabet. A, B, bet, cat, det, fet, get, het. We're going to go through them all and see if we can, how many rhymes we can make. The child who can rhyme easily will have a much easier time learning how to read. And we all know that good readers are more likely to be successful in school and in life. And that is research based. You can look that up. Thank you so much for joining me on the top 10 things that your child needs to know as they go into kindergarten so that they can be successful. And it takes a lot of work off of you. Thanks again. Catch my other videos. Give us a